Lesson 34. In Lesson 34, our new word is saipe. If you're using ecclesiastical pronunciation, the A and E in saipe will sound like the E in bet. So in that case, the word saipe might sound like this, sepe. No matter how you pronounce it, though, it still means the same thing, often. And saipe is an adverb. In fact, this is your very first Latin adverb. An adverb is a word that describes a verb. It tells how the action is taking place. Just like an adjective is a word that describes a noun, an adverb is a word that describes a verb. So if you have a sentence that says, I will go to the store, in that sentence your verb is go. So if you added in an adverb like the word often, then your sentence would say, I will go to the store often. And in that sentence, the word often is describing the verb go. So an adverb is a word that describes or modifies a verb. Let's take a look at our exercises. The first few exercises allow us to practice with our new word. In number 1, our verb is specto, I am watching, and stellos means stars, and that's the direct object. So the basic skeleton of the sentence is, I am watching the stars, but then we have the word saipe, which means often. So with the adverb there, instead of saying, I am watching the stars often, it sounds nicer to say, I watch the stars often. So to make it sound better, we'll translate specto as I watch. Also, I think it sounds nicer to put the word often right after the word I. So that would give us, I often watch the stars. In number 2, spectant is our verb. That's third person plural, and we need to decide if we need the word they or not. There's no other word in the sentence to be the subject because stellos is the direct object and saipe is an adverb. So we do indeed need the word they that's included in spectant. So we'll translate spectant as they are watching. So number 2 is they are watching the stars. In number 3, our verb is spectos, and that means you are watching. Poetam is the direct object, and saipe is the adverb. So number 3 is you often watch the poet. In number 4, the verb is est, and poeta is the predicate. There's no other word to be the subject, so we do need the he, she, or it included in est. So number 4 will say, he is a poet. In number 5, estis means y'all are, and agricolae is the predicate. So y'all are farmers. In number 6, est is the verb, and it's being negated by the word non. The subject of the sentence is poeta, so we do not need the he, she, or it included in est, and agricola is the predicate, so the poet is not a farmer. In number 7, spectamus means we are watching, and we have 2 direct objects, lunam and stellos, and they're connected by the word et being used twice, and saipe means often. So number 7 is we often watch both the moon and the stars. In number 8, sunt is the verb, and agricolae is the subject. Since agricolae is the subject, we do not need the word they that's included in sunt. Poetae is the predicate. So number 8 says, the farmers are poets. In number 9, sumus means we are, and poetae is poets, and that's the predicate. So we are poets. In number 10, spectatus is the verb, and that means y'all are watching. It's being negated by the word non. Lunam is the direct object, and saipe is the adverb, which means often. So number 10 says, y'all do not often watch the moon.